Hello, welcome to
Hello,
Skottie Talk.
hello.
Yeah, welcome to episode 45 of Skottie Talk with Tyler and Dustin. And my mic is full of lint tonight, Tyler. I'm looking at it
Oh,
like yeah, I was trying to clean it
quite
before
a
the show
visual.
started. So yeah, I'm picking like a like a. Anywho,
My
uh,
goodness.
how's things going? We've had our introductions off screen. Now we get to talk a little bit on screen.
Yeah. It's good. Yeah, it's good. Just busy like we talked about. Both of us seem to be busy with work right now. But things are going good. So I recently got a promotion, so that's always good and nice. So thank you. Yep. Appreciate it. So
I really wanted to make it go at least 2 minutes just to see how many people tuned out,
just
but
keep going.
yeah, congratulations.
Oh
We're
man.
proud of my cohort here, as someone called it.
I
Thank
know
you very
I
much.
like I did see yeah, I like that that they had to put cohort slash co-host and I was like
Yeah,
cohort it's like one of those sounds like I'm an evil villain and then the other
yeah,
one sounds like I'm a hosting along with somebody.
yeah, yeah. No. We're proud and glad that now we have a. What is your official title now? I don't want to mess
Uh,
it up, or
I
I will
went
try to
from
say it.
environment artist to senior environment artist, so I'm old now.
That's, as I
Yeah,
quote, as I say to my son, that's how it's done, son. That is a popular saying around this house. So
I like that.
congratulations, man. That's good.
Thank you.
And while we're dishing out congratulations, happy birthday. I don't want to get
Yes,
us cut off the screen for singing happy birthday to Ryan and his mom, his 60th birthday. But when to, oh, he's
big
out with his
congrats.
mom.
I was gonna say yeah. I just saw the
Oh,
he's
he's
out with
leaving.
his mom, so
He's leaving the show. Never mind. Never mind. He's leaving the show. Never
you don't
mind.
get a call out.
We retract our happy birthday. No, Ryan. Happy birthday to your mom. Hope you all have a lovely
Yes,
time out. 60 is a
yes.
big
Have
number.
a good dinner. Yes.
And Ryan also had received his prize that was from the Derek Kaufman show. Uh, excuse me, Derek Laufman show.
Our not so good buddy Derek Call,
Yeah, we're losing. We're losing.
not
I'll
to
have
be
to mark that
confused with
off.
our dear good buddy Derek Laufman. So
It, it was going to happen. It was going to. I'd rather it happen now than when our good buddy Derek. That's why I call him good buddy Derek. It
yeah.
rolls off. But that good buddy Derek was kind enough to send out to him an awesome sketch with some pencils
Yes.
overtones in there. So very
Yeah, the
very
pencils
nice.
really like push that piece. I love that kind of stuff. So yeah, Derek was incredibly nice to go above and beyond for that one. So yes, very awesome.
So as Seth,
Yeah.
you had highlighted this one earlier, but as Seth has said, this is
Yeah.
my favorite show about la boubous, as we
Yep.
call them,
La Boo Boo.
the French dolls. We were going to do a show about la boubous, and we may do a show about that in the future. Maybe our 50th like
Uh,
special that we
I mean,
do.
I'm gonna do it just to continue to hear you say the word La Boo Boo.
La
So
boubous, yeah, all
yeah.
la boubous, all la time.
Oh, never mind. We're not doing this.
Never mind. Man, we are retracting so many things
Canceled. Yeah.
and
Retracted. Yeah.
yeah, and losing. But on a more serious note, CGC signing with Skottie was announced the past week. We hit it real quick last week. We're going to get a little bit. Did you watch a lot of show during the '80s, Tyler?
From the '80s, because I wasn't around
Oh,
in the '80s.
anyway, back in the 1980s, there were certain TV shows that whenever they got lazy and didn't want to write a new episode, they did like a clip show where they would like
Mm,
bring the hits. Consider
yeah.
this our first clip show where
Mm,
we're pulling CGC PowerPoint slides from
I like
previous
that
episodes
recap.
to
Yeah.
rehash. So
A senior artist, not a senior human. There we go. Yeah,
there,
that's a good distinction. Yeah, we don't want to confuse people.
that's right. And he said senior. I was assuming he was born in the 40s, but yeah, I'm off. I'm off just a few decades. All right, but
Uh,
we're not only gonna go through the CGC signing and highlight some of the costs from previous ones. There may be a chart involved. Show some of the remarks from the 2021 up until 2024. But we're also going to do a step by step process of how to submit it through CGC. And we've never did anything like this before. I mean, the spin wheel is about the biggest overreach that we did for bringing up other screens. But we're getting high
mm.
tech here on Skottie Talk tonight.
Yeah, you especially. Yeah, it's always a good day when the technology is working. So
Yeah, I can hear you. You can hear me.
there's no more lint in the mic.
Yeah, the mic is lint free. So we are good to go.
Oh
All right, we are
man,
dropping viewers. Okay. Get my glasses on. All right, this is real tiny writing.
I must
You're
say
right there, Tyler.
I could help. Yeah, I could help out here. So 2020. So that was the first. That was
Oh yeah.
Scottie's first year. Then.
Yes, that was his
I don't know. I
inaugural
don't know
signing.
why. I feel like he would have done it previous. How long have the CGC? I guess I'd be curious if you know this. How long has the CGC signing stuff been going on?
To the best to the best of my recollection, it really kicked off around the COVID era.
Okay.
Just because CGC had such a strong presence at cons
Yeah.
for
True.
going to
And they
artists,
couldn't
and
go. Hmm,
no, this was just like and maybe it was before then, but this is
yeah.
like really when it took off.
Really
Where
pushed it.
and
Yeah.
you were seeing like big artists like Skottie pop up and do them because Skottie couldn't attend cons because there were no cons, and
Yeah.
CGC was this was just a nice revenue stream to support both people during the COVID era that we had. So
No,
that's what I think happened.
no. I mean that totally makes sense, and that's honestly smart. I mean, you can't just stop. You got to find a way to keep going. Um, so yeah, no, Scottie's first year, 2020. Both the signing and remarks were available as options. The signing was $80, and the remark was $190. Both, as they're labeled, the signing you would get a signature. You get the CGC grading. You get, they say expedited turnaround time. 3 weeks with the grading. 6 weeks if you also did the pressing as an option to press the book to get it, help the grade and everything. That was an extra $20. And then the yellow signature label as well. And same for the remark. And that year they had 100 spots available. And then again, it's first come, first serve basis. And when the option's gone, all spots have been taken. So,
Yep. And as of right now, with this new option, I will say that the remarks are still available. So if you're wanting to get one, don't hesitate. we, yeah,
oh,
you don't have to read them.
no,
these
no,
are
no.
just
Yeah, we can just, I
I'm
guess,
saying,
highlight the
the
main
sweet spots.
differences. But
Yeah, the good.
not too much here. I do think it's interesting though, watching these images change, flipping back and forth with the wording. Um, uh, so again, the
Hmm.
prices were the same: $80 for the signing, $190 for the remarks. Um, I don't think much change with the wording on this one, and maybe I accidentally copied the same because I think they're supposed to be different. But
Well, that's
yeah,
there we
not
go.
much,
Well,
not much change. But then we hit
bump up.
year 3 and everything goes up $5. So 85 for the signing, 195 for the remark. But this is where some of the wording changes because they had to become, I think, more clear on stuff. So with the remark, for instance, beforehand it just said, remark edition, 100 first spots, first come, first serve kind of a deal. Then they had to be a little bit more detail oriented and go, hey, submitters may request the desired remark, but important is the final design and subject matter of the remark is at the artist's discretion.
Yeah,
CGC cannot guarantee a remark request. And
yeah.
this
So
year they allowed 120 versus the 100.
yeah, so
Um,
if you're wanting like your Aunt Ruth or something like that for a remark, Scotty
yeah, or
he
something,
can try, but just
something not desirable, or
yeah,
it's just it makes sense to make that distinction. Maybe they got a whole lot of terrible requests. And Scotty was like, I'm not doing,
yeah.
I'm not doing 100 Ironmans, that's for sure.
Absolutely not. Or 100 Labubus. I will
Or
refuse
100
to.
Labubas, exactly.
Well, the other thing too is from 2020 to 2022, inflation in America had probably hit about 22% over those 3 years combined, and really for just a 2.4 roughly percent increase from 2021 to 2022, not too shabby.
No, not bad at all, because as we'll see here, but the next one,
Well, let's just talk about 2022. we don't
just
have we don't have to go to 2023, but yes, we do. And man,
yeah, so 85 to 110 for the signing, and then 195 up 100 to 295 for the remark, as well as down for the submitters. 100 submitters or 100 spots that year. Same deal. You may request a desired remark, but again, final design and subject matter is at the artist's discretion. They cannot guarantee if your remark will get be allowed to go through, but everything else is the same other than that. So
and
not
now I've
yeah.
got my viewpoints too about the pricing. We'll get to we'll wait till we
Yeah,
get to the
exactly. Yeah, we can
because
discuss that a little bit further. Yeah.
because 2024 was pretty much a carbon copy again, wasn't it?
Yeah, 22. Yeah, same as like 2022. Yeah, the $5 increase, 110 for the signatures, 295 for the remarks. It stayed at that 100 limit for the remarks. And then again, I like it that they highlighted or bolded the word important here to make sure people
Yeah.
are reading these specific parts, if in case maybe they're just overlooking it again. So, um, yeah, not too much of a difference there.
All right, and then fast forward us to the sixth signing, which is this year of 2025.
Yes. So this year, the signing $110, and then the remarks have gone up $50. So now they're at 345. Same limit though, same limit of $100. Again, the importance of that you may request a desired remark. Final subject matter, that's up to them. The biggest thing though with both signatures for the regular signing as well as the remark is the added on fact now that Skottie Young, he usually does just black or silver, but they're ready to welcome color requests for signatures sent in for this signing. So I know that's a big deal to a lot of people. A lot of people really like, a certain color with a certain book. It makes sense. I mean, we see how many options just Stupid Fresh Mess themselves go through to find that perfect color for a certain book when doing their own signings in house and everything. So I'll be curious to see how this goes this year. I'm assuming, it adds on time, but hopefully it's not, too crazy. They have their colors there. So it's like, they see, they've got that ready. Like here, this one's black, this one's blue, this one's, rainbow. They probably won't do rainbow. Sorry, Seth.
No, it seems like a lot of work. I mean, that does seem like,
Yeah.
because if you have 10 books, say somebody's submitting 10 books for signatures,
Yeah.
and they want 10 different colors, those books I'm assuming will have to be like segregated from each other. And
Honestly, if I'm assuming, sorry, I was going to say you can go
no,
ahead
no,
and
you're good.
finish.
No, that's all I was done.
Well, I was going to say that it kind of just it hit me or dawned on me. I'd have assumed that the way they would do it, or at least I would think the best way would be to group the colors together. So they have, all the black signatures and then, whatever color after that, red, blue, white. And that way, they can just, do the color, be done with it, then do the next group of colors, be done with it.
I wonder that too, but all the books, say all 10 of those books are under the same CGC order. So
Yeah.
that means after they get signed in the 10 different piles of different colors, and that means they have to like shuffle them back.
No, yeah,
Put 'em in
it'll be
order,
more
so
work for them, but it'll be less work for the signing itself with Skottie, which I would assume they lean more toward giving themselves more
okay.
work and going through. At least that would be my
I hope
assumption.
so.
Again, maybe I'm
Yeah.
completely wrong. I don't know the behind the scenes in terms of do they. It's first come first serve. Like I know they organize all this stuff. Again, you have to send in your package, and we'll go through all that. But you sign the box with the artist's name on it, and all that good stuff. So, yeah, I'd be curious. Again, I'm sure we'll probably hear vaguely how it goes. Thankfully they like, hey, this went really well. We're gonna do it again, or like, hey, unfortunately this just didn't go well. We're not gonna do it again.
No, no. And then the videos that CGC releases, and I think Megan may have posted some too of Skottie doing the signing. We'll get kind of a window into the process to see
Yeah.
how the different colors go. So I hope it's successful. I've sent in my remarks, but I didn't suggest any specific colors for them. But there's a few books I've got that I'm might send in for signatures as well. So I'm kind of debating on what to do with
Yeah.
those.
Like again, normally I don't really mind. Like I don't really have like as long as as I can see the signature, that's like my biggest thing. I don't want it to be like
Yeah.
an all black like cover and it's just a black signature and I'm like, okay, where did they sign this kind of a deal? But there's certain things like for some reason I hate Fairyland. That's a big one. Like I do love the pink, the other reds and stuff. So
Yeah. No
it would
doubt.
be a fun one to get signed, with the specific color. So
I agree. All right. So, oh man, I didn't warm up or anything.
yeah, we
I just
didn't have a warm up slide. Yeah, where's
I
the
did I did have a warm up slide, but you know what happened? I deleted it. So
mm,
I was like, now it's time for. I was not expecting this. I got to get in my chart mode now. Okay. Welcome to Chart Time with Dustin, a fan
graph
favorite.
alert, graph alert.
Yeah, graph. Here we go. This is what you came for, folks. Chart Time with Dustin, which is another idea I think we need to have for the show, Tyler, is have a chart show where we can bring back all the charts that we've did,
Oh,
so we can have a show
just
that has
discuss just the charts. Wow.
just the charts with no context, just
Okay,
charts
yeah,
after
just
charts.
the
So,
charts. Yeah.
but
Oh my goodness, that'd be quite the show.
yeah,
That'd be quite the-
this was worse than what Gert did in issue 41. you know, but you all will enjoy it as
Oh
much as
goodness.
Gareth did. So the chart this time deals with the pricing. The man, there's all kinds of things going on. You got signature pricing, you got remark pricing, you got the total number of remarks allowed, and I do like that. After that peak of 120, I think Skottie's only one man, and he's signing a bajillion books. And he's also doing a bajillion remarks, or actually not a bajillion, 120. Uh, I mean, I could see how it would be difficult to process that many in a short period of time. But thankfully, I think 100 is kind of the sweet spot. It
Yeah.
just it just seems like it's so much fun to see them coming out, and you see the last 3 years. It's kind of levelized the pricing. Uh, that also includes CGC grading. So I mean, it's and a little. And it's not just CGC grading; it's almost fast track grading. So you're getting a little bit of a bump in how fast they are. So people hear the 345 price, and granted, that is a higher number, but you also get the grading included. You get an opportunity to get something that, you know, 3 or 4 years
You
ago there was a lot of CGC books coming out
yeah.
from Skottie's own shop that had remarks on them. Those have, as time has gotten crazy, those have even good Lord, what's this crazy remarks? So,
Oh man.
oh wow,
Good
this
old
is.
Britain.
Thank you,
No,
buddy.
I mean it's yeah, I mean we've kind of talked about it a little bit, off, when this dropped and stuff, and it's it's one of those things where there's pros and cons. Obviously, yeah, the price going up it can be kind of a con, but it's tough because again, like you said, I mean there's no other way to get a Scotty sketch currently.
No,
This is the only time you can get a sketch from him. A remark like this. I did mine for the first time last year. I haven't gotten one yet this year. I don't think I will. Um, I'm just kind of I'm still recovering from Heroes, but also
it's rough.
wanting to save up for some original art, some covers. Derek's going to be dropping stuff soon.
That's right.
The opportunities with Jamie. I want to get something from Jamie. So, it's a pick and choose your battles, but it's still one of those things, like Skottie's value is there. And again, like, these things, people will sell these things, afterwards, for even more than, what the price was to buy it. But,
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
Scotty's
it's again, it's a popularity thing. I mean, again, that's the thing with art is like, it's all subjective. Art is subjective. So, subjectively, his art is becoming more and more popular. Thus, you're going to see an increase with the cost and everything. But, one thing we didn't point out was I was curious to, I don't know if it was noted, if we know this, but when was his own specific label introduced? The Skottie Young specific label. I'd be curious because I assume that wasn't at the
2020, was
beginning.
it 2023? I think maybe. I don't know. I'm making that up. Yeah, that's just my guess. I don't think it was there from the beginning. But
Doing my Dune impression of rolling up my eyeballs into the back of my head to do some calculations.
all right, do it.
Um, Supposedly it was introduced last year.
That doesn't seem right. Is that right? Was it last year, the first year you could do it? Maybe it was his own shop had the Scotty label,
They
and
had
last
their
year was the,
Skottie, yeah, but I think
and
yeah, for
last
like
year was the first year that it was like introduced as an option for through CGC. I don't. That's a good question. We
yeah, be one to be curious to. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if it was recent, because it's. I mean, those labels. I mean, he's had some before with like Deadpool and other characters, but to have your own
yeah.
specific, name or your own, company one. Because now they have both the Scottie Young, his signature with his face in it, as well as the personal collection, which is him with all the pizza boxes
Well,
and stuff.
hold on one second. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I need some. I need some show music. Oh my goodness, it's not a Price is Right. I'm fried tonight, everybody. But one of those game shows is what I'm thinking of. Everyone knows which one I'm talking about. Yeah, waiting on Dustin. Let me see if I can go forward or go back. Can't really go forward. Yeah, it's just interesting, or even I guess just looking at the chart. One thing I hadn't brought up with Dustin was, and it's one of those things where Skottie doesn't put a limit on the signatures. That's never really been something that he wants to cut out in any way, shape, or form. As we saw last year, starting they had the non-Skottie Con, where people were able to bring a slew of books to be able to get signed privately before the convention itself. So, one thing I'd be interested in is, with the remarks themselves, will it ever go under 100? Will it stay at 100? Like I don't see it going up, but I don't see it going down. And maybe, eventually they limit, the autographs, like how many signatures he does. Even though I know he does them really quickly, it still takes up a lot of time. So I was just kind of, suggesting that, yeah, Jeopardy. Thank you, Bryn.
There's all
I was saying I need some
2024.
Jeopardy music to play. I was blanking
I,
on the show because
oh
I'm
man,
fried.
that shows you weren't born before 1990.
No, it's in my head. No, it's I would have gotten it, but like I said, I'm just fried a little bit. So,
No, no. Let's give Tyler a break. Like he said, he's got a big launch next week, so uh, this promotion has came with extra responsibilities. It feels like so.
this was work, yeah.
So don't
Um,
yeah, let's not give him a hard time.
no,
Be
that's
kind.
totally fine. But
2024 is all I saw. Like all the books that have the Skottie labels that I have over there are all 2024.
oh,
That's what,
is that what you went to go
yeah,
do?
that's what I went to. That was my research. Just get running over there as quick as I
Um,
could to.
yeah,
So
no, but yeah, like I said, I'd be curious, if there's ever a limit to the signatures to maybe help with the remarks,
hmm.
itself. But
Well, the other
I don't
thing
know.
that
Again, he's so quick. I just don't think that would really like do as much of a dent as we probably think it would do to help the remark stuff. So
no, my questions that I had, if the lines that we saw at Heroes and that's going to be at Terrificon, if you were to go, because one of the big questions that you hear as you're standing in line is wonder if he's sketching today, wonder if he's going to do any drawing, and if you go up to those and say, hey guys, because without CGC grade and say, hey, for 275, Skottie will draw a sketch for you, you'd probably have that line, quadruple from what it is now for people
yeah,
lining up to get it. And also, I mean, if he were to ever put another option in there to like have like a full sketch or a daily sketch size, like some of the artists do for CGC, I mean, you'd be approaching like the commission levels, and really as much details that Skottie puts in some of those. Uh, I would hate to see him do that because the limit on how many he could take in would drop, and you would only have like 10 happy people, and you'd have 100 or 90, very unhappy people for not being able to get involved with that. So I like this. It's a quick option. It's not for everybody, but
it's
it's
yeah. I mean, they again. I'll always give credit to Stupid Fresh Mess and Scotty and Megan and John and all of them. They really do try to balance what's best for them as well as what's best for their fans and collectors and stuff. Again, if the world were perfect, he could sketch all the time, or maybe not. I'm not saying he could, but I'm just saying, like we could do sketches and do all this stuff. But again, you just, uh, just time and other stuff. Again, things change and
absolutely.
everything. But again, they at the end of the day, they still do try and again strike that balance of what's feasible for them and what they're allowed to do with their allotted time versus still being able to try to give fans, like you said, if it's quick doodle, at least then, like you said, they can reach 100 people versus something a little bit more in depth, more expensive, that's not going to be as accessible to people, and have that be only 10 people,
Yeah,
instead of the opposite end. So
and
um
you get to pick which ones you're getting to. I mean, it's not like he's doing 10 Spider-Man and 10 Wolverines. There were some, and as we'll see here in a few minutes, excuse me,
yeah,
there's some unique
yeah,
pieces that were selected. So
interesting options. And again, I think people, it's kind of similar to what Skess said, asking artists, what they enjoy drawing to kind of get the best. I
absolutely.
think people are kind of finding that, branching out from the, the everyday characters, to get, maybe the stuff that Skottie more so enjoys drawing, like his own, creations and such. So
Absolutely. And real quick before we get into, because the next slides we're going to deal with the remarks through the years. But for anybody, we've had a few people throughout the life of the Facebook group, the Skottie Young Appreciation Group, that have sent me private messages. Hey, how do we submit to CGC? We've never submitted anything to CGC, but since Skottie's having books, we want to be able to participate in that. So we're just going to pull up the screen. We think.
here, you
Did
think
I
you
have?
got it?
Nope. We think we are.
Oh, here,
You got to remove. There we go. There we go. We're just going to run through this like what a sample. All right, I'm watching on my phone and watching here. Okay. All right, so this is if you go to CGC and you can click up here, My CGC. If you don't have an account, sign up for a free account. It'll work the same as if you have a paid account for these submissions. So once you get signed in, you'll go to submission forms. Oh, sign me up. All right, I'm glad my personal email was up there for my work was up there for a while. All right, so it takes you to my submissions. So this is the basic form. I've showed you to go up to submit, go up to form. So now you'll go to comics and click the online form. And this takes you to this screen. So you'll want to go down here to start new order. So now you're basically entering the online submission form. So this is where you'll fill out all the information. So we're going to click comics. And then if you were just sending books in to get blue labels, you'd use this section over here. But if you're wanting to do the signature series, which is what Skottie and all the other artists and celebrities do, you click this. So then you get three options here. Go to the very first option, the CGC in-house private signing. As you'll scroll down, you'll see all, and hey, it's not just Skottie. If you want to do any of these, I mean, there's lots of good choices here.
Sorry,
now.
just to call out. For some reason, it's not showing the list.
There we go.
As you're going through, for some reason.
Well, that's weird. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you click the select button, and a list will pop up. Trust me. Once you click,
No,
once you click this here, a list will pop up. And I was just having a good old time with all the different names. They're in alphabetical order by first name. So go to Skottie Young, and we're going to do Skottie Young Remark just for fun.
it'll have the two options, right? It'll have Skottie Young signature Skottie Young Remark.
Yeah. So if you're wanting to get, to the best of my knowledge, if you're wanting to get 5 signatures and 1 remark, you have to do them as separate. You can't combine them on the same order. So we're going to do remarks. If you do your remarks first, go to authentication and grading, and it's going to give you this lovely thing saying if you send in books, make sure you pack them well. If you send a book that's already graded, you're not guaranteed to keep that grade. So you click agree.
And or maybe don't click agree. If you don't agree, then don't click it. So
be a rebel. Yeah, close the screen out. Don't send your books in.
Don't send anything.
Also, if your book has like wrinkles in it, you can also add pressing to it. So that's where you'd click here. It's just going to add it to the cost. I'm not going to do that here. Also, if you have a signature on there that's maybe by another artist and you want to add JSA autograph authentication, you click that. We're not going to do any of that stuff. We've got a blank sketch cover book that we're wanting to get a remark on by Skottie. So we've got our in-house private signing. There's his cost, and then click add comic. It's going to take you to this next section, and you're going to do your comic book lookup. So we're just going to look up I Hate. Can you see that? Okay.
Yes, that one. Yeah, it comes up for some reason. Yeah, versus the other one.
I Hate Fairyland, and we're going to do sketch edition. And it's going to bring up this little section here where you put the value of your books. Typically, I'll just put $10 for blank sketches, unless you have a book that's like one of Skottie's, top tier level books. The value is not going to really matter right there.
I did that for when I submitted the Gwen first appearance issues. So
that's right.
I just personally looked up like the average price on like eBay or what the declared value was on the one comic website and just went with that. So
correct. Yeah, if you don't know that, you can just go to eBay sold listings, or I would try to be realistic with it, because if you put a Amazing Spider-Man 1 that you're wanting Skottie to remark, and you put $10 here, they're going to bump it up to a higher level, and you're going to be paying a lot more, because they handle. I mean, those are, you don't want to try to cheat the system. So we're going to come down here and click custom label. This is where you'll see Skottie's label right there. And then your remark request, I'm going to put Helicorn.
Not surprised.
Looking angry. Okay. You don't have to put anything other than the name. I just like the angry look.
What great. Is the, I don't know if I don't remember the autograph grade. What is for extra?
Yeah, I've never did that option, but I'm glad you said that. Let's see. There's a maximum of 2 autographs per collectibles for autograph grading. For autographs with two,
Uh,
yeah. So I wouldn't worry about that. I wouldn't put anything on there about that because you
yeah,
don't really want to. I mean, it's being signed at Skottie's, own personal appearance for
yeah.
CGC, so I wouldn't worry about that.
There's
That's
no need,
just
yeah, to worry about
no.
that.
So now you're gonna click Add Comic. So this is your shopping cart. You've got your $5 handling fee, and your shipping will be determined later on. So now, if this is the only book you want, you're done. If it's not, you click Add Another Service. It's going to bring you all through because you've got yourself locked in on the Skottie stuff. So you'll just go through this whole process again. Add comic, and we'll put one more comic. We'll put Batman Off World. Well, we know it exists. Maybe it's just young. There you go. We'll do the sketch variant of that, and that we'll say it's a $50 book, and we want him to put Poison Ivy on this one. So when you click custom labels, now you can either do the Scotties, or since this is DC, you can add one of these DC labels to it. So we'll go back with Scotties. We'll put add comic. So now you have 2 books there. So you're at your total. You see the handling fee stays the same. That's the order fee. So order in volume, you can spread that $5 over all the books. But when you get into some of these higher tier offerings, it doesn't really. I mean, it's kind of
Yeah.
negated. All right, so now we're going to go to review cart, and now we get to do the fun
Justin's
stuff.
gonna buy this live, guys.
Yeah, so- yeah. Choose shipping method. So this will be whether you have your own FedEx account or you drop it off yourself. So now you choose your return shipping. So you'll type in, there's all my address. That's good. So you'll do that. Let's get down to the bottom down here. All right. So you ship with CGC, which is what I do. I have CGC ship it themselves.
Mm.
Man, I hope we never get big, Tyler. I'll regret that one. Uh,
Too late.
yeah, all my fanatics showing up. Or you can ship under your own account. I let CGC ship it back. I'm not
Yeah.
picky. And then you have your different options. You can do ground with signature required, or overnight with signature required. You see the prices vary. We're gonna do ground with signature. So
Do
we're
not
enter
click.
payment.
Don't. I was gonna say, don't click. It's probably gonna autofill with your information. Yep.
It
There's your
is.
address
There it
again.
is. All right. You get to that point. This
Okay.
has
I
turned
just
out
want to. I
really.
just want to make sure we're
Yeah,
not putting because your information just keeps popping up. So.
yeah. Pull me off real quick so I can get this. So I can get this right because I want to show one last thing. There we go. Let's get to the right screen. My computer is like, what is wrong with you? Stop doing this.
It's like you've already submitted. You can't submit.
Yeah. All right. So I got the address, got that. Enter payment. Okay, you can pull me back up now. Oh, dang it.
All right, we're safe.
No, I had my phone number on the screen. All right, so now you've got the 2 comics that you're going to buy. You've got the cost of the comics, the custom labels, which are $8 each, your handling fee, and your return shipping fee. So now that's your total. So you get down here, and well, it'd be even better is if my credit card information.
That's why. That's why I pulled you off, and then you
Yeah.
you still chanced to.
So we're going to just do it. Okay, that's we're going to do a check number here of 2053. You're going to click these final steps here, and then you're going to click submit, and whatever email address you put, CGC will email you the packing slip that you mail off. You follow the instructions on the packing slip, and you're set to go. All right, I'm going to take this off before I get in trouble.
Yeah. The biggest thing too is, so for me, figuring out how to pack it was honestly like the biggest thing I had to question about. And like Dustin said, they'll give you a slip and they'll tell you everything. But the main thing is that you pack them in the order they're listed.
That's correct.
So for instance, with this one, you'd have the I Hate Fairyland one on top, and then underneath that you would have the Batman Off World. And you also print off the packing slip and put that in there, and do that as well. But I was gonna say, yeah, Dustin will pull out. These are, you can buy these at generally any comic convention. You can sometimes buy them through CGC, but not really because they're just never in stock.
Yeah, eBay is the best place. Thanks to Seth for telling me about that.
Yeah.
But it's pretty simple.
Yep.
You've got the book here. It's like, I'm doing it backwards. All right, so you lift this tab up and you slide the comic have a comic here. Daggone it. You slide the comic in there, and as you can see, there's a cutout here. Can you see that, Tyler? Is it
Yeah,
showing?
yeah.
Yeah, it's
Perfectly
cut out.
encompasses your face.
Yeah. So I am being graded.
The
And
window bag, yeah.
the bag goes over top. You tuck and then these are ready to submit. And what's really cool about these is you can write on the top, like write what character you want, write your name, say hi to Skottie, say hi to Megan and John. Just put all that on there as you send them off. So
Yeah, and you can also do it. Some people prefer to have a specific window for signatures, so you can get a bag and board, cut out the specific hole you want, and then tape around it. People will do that, and that's acceptable to do that as well. But these are just an easy, if you're not particular about where your remark or sketch or whatever it is your signature is going, these are the easiest options because they just flip it open, sign, put it back down when it's dry, and then it's good to go, and it doesn't need to leave, the bag and board or anything like that. And again, it kind of gives them free, range to go wherever they want with the signature or autograph. So
yeah, and as you can see from the remarks that are on screen, Skottie's remark will fit right in the center of that yellow, the one that we just showed there. That's why I prefer those for Skottie's because nobody has to remove the comic. Skottie can do the remark and leave them in there. And as you'll see, yeah, here you see the yellow. Now some of them will be pulled out if you can't get to them, but even over here there was some. Man, I'm just going wild here.
I was gonna say, yeah, you're just going. But there's yellow,
on
all
you
of
see
them,
the yellow
so.
on all of them, so
Yeah.
so yeah, highly recommended. And we're not gonna we've did this. This is the clip show I was talking about. We've talked about these before when Skottie did his 2024 signing, but you can see some of the examples of the remarks that Skottie has produced, and this one's really like purely Spider-Man, and you've got a little Venom pool and X-23 down there, so.
Yeah, and again, depending, if you get a blank variant or something that's filled up, again, like the little Spider-Man on the tongue. I don't think that would have been possible with the yellow
I don't think so
pre-packaged bag because it covers up a lot of the edge. So again, it's just stuff like that. And if you're caring about the grade, whether you want it to be handled or not. But yeah, he makes it fun. He likes putting them especially when there's something on the cover. So
oh yeah. And this is another fun year. And some of my favorite trio down there is the Star Wars.
I know that Star Wars ones. Yeah,
you knew what I was going to say.
Oh, and my eyes went there too. I was like, man, I always forget about those. They're just so good. That Ahsoka and Maul are hands down my favorite.
So good, yeah. But all of the ways he incorporates them into the sketch itself, and we'll see one later on. But these are more. This is from 2023. You can see some of the great ones that he's did here. Oh, that's good. I'd forgot about that one there.
Which
the one in the middle.
The Black Bolt, or
yeah, Black Bolt. My mind went blank for a second. I could not.
That's completely. Like I said, it happened to me with the Jeopardy. So
yep. And then 2024 was a really big year because these were some of the best remarks, I think, and all of them except the Clark Kent, which is missing. Yeah, I'm not too crazy about that Clark Kent. I've seen better Clark Kents. No.
oh my goodness,
that's it. As soon as I was so jealous as soon as I saw that Clark Kent pop up. That was so cool. Yeah.
That one, the Stanley. I mean, there's just a lot of, and again, even though you see some of the same characters, again, it's two Gambits there again, and they're different. It's just it's fun to.
Yeah.
Thank you, Britton. Appreciate it as always for joining
as always. Have a great night, Britton. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, and that was one of the things I noticed, really as just doing the rehab that I forgot is that even though there was two Gambits, we're not putting that up.
Yeah, I must say don't.
This is a children's show, for goodness sakes. He did two completely different styles of Gambit on that one, which, it would probably be really easy to just Xerox them and do the same. But yeah, I like the fact that he mixed it up on those. It was both of them were really good. I enjoyed both.
Yeah. I'd be happy with either one. So
yeah, and that's mine's on the left. That's one of the reasons I really like that one. So.
That's fair.
But let's not forget that the Hatbox Ghost. I mean that.
Yeah, Ezra.
Ezra. Yeah. I mean that's.
He does have a similar hat there, kind of like Hatbox, but
yeah, I knew that wasn't right when I said it.
But no, I mean it's fair, yeah. But yeah, Ezra is my favorite, Ezra Bean. So yeah, he's the tall one with the top hat. So
Was this one yours here? Because he did two. I can't remember
Yes,
if
yep,
this
yeah,
one.
yeah,
Okay,
that's the one that was mine. So I
cool.
had to like look up to confirm. That one's on the
Okay.
wall. So
Oh, that's cool.
yeah,
That's a really good
that's
kit.
my only one I've gotten so far was that one. But yeah, that one was a really fun one. I love that ride and I love that cover that he did. So yeah, I was really happy with that one.
What's really neat is seeing some of these and just realizing like, oh, I know who got that one. I know who got that one. I know who got. There's a
Mm.
lot of people in the Scotty Young Appreciation Group on Facebook that participated and that got these, and not just. I mean, Seth got the Invincible one as well up there at the top right there.
He did, yes, yeah. The other one's
So
a really great one, that mid-flight one.
yeah, so
Hello,
really cool.
Keith.
Hey, oh,
Nope.
you put it up and I smacked it back down. Get that out of here. Yeah. Hey Keith. Hey bud. All right, and this is some of the other ones, and this is you mentioned the Stan Lee one there a few seconds ago, but there are some very unique ones: the Michael Myers, the
Yeah,
Nightcrawler, Zorro. I mean Orko,
yeah. I was gonna say
uh,
Orko. Yeah.
vintage Human Torch. That's shirtless bear fighter or
And even
Skev.
like the absolute Batman, versus
Mhm.
regular Batman, that one was still pretty fresh and new. That series, or I don't even know if it had really come out even yet. The first issue, or maybe it had.
It had, but it was like because that was the last thing I submitted like the week before they closed because it
Mm.
was just like because I did the absolute Wonder Woman over there too because I didn't have a Superman comic to do that, but
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
that is being corrected this time. So uh, the absolute Superman will complete the trio. But yeah, there was some really unique pieces, and seeing the night, I love how he does a Nightcrawler on these. I mean, just the exploding out.
Yeah. The band.
That's
Yeah.
one that the more I see it, the more I want to get a Nightcrawler. So that's very cool.
No, it's super fun. Yeah.
All right, now we got to the part where we get to highlight the stuff that we got. You want to go first, or
Yeah. I'm just trying to think, Scotty wise. I don't think I have Scotty specific, but I think we're gonna show off. Are you still there, Dustin? You don't show on the
I
bottom for. Okay.
yeah, I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm good.
so Dustin and I, well, I was contacted, by Derek. It was like a random email. I was like, "Hey, what's your address?" Was the title of the email, and I was like, "What?" I was like, "What is?" I was like, "I've gotten stuff from him before. Maybe it was the thing I just purchased because I purchased another Crimson Fall book, which I'll also show off here." But um, Derek was incredibly kind enough to send both Dustin and I sketches. Just gifting us them and. Was on, we didn't ask for it. It was just kind of out of nowhere. He just did it as a thank you to us, which was really cool. Was really unexpected. Again, we both purchased stuff from the shop, so he sent it along with that stuff. And like I said before, I showed off. I got Crimson Fall again. I had backed the Kickstarter, but I had not checked the option to get a sketch on the inside. And seeing him do his live with Ryan winning it, I was like, I just had to ask for or get another one. So I ended up buying this from the store and got this on the inside, Duncan, which was just super cool. Again, it's just man, I mean, the hatching just looks so good. The shading, and Duncan is such a cool character, and to have his eyes just kind of sunken in there is just really awesome.
That's great.
Um, yeah, and again, and these are so reasonably priced. Like if you're buying these, it's like $5 or $10 more or something, or maybe like 15. But like what you're getting is just so worth it. And again, these comics are just so cool. Um,
Yeah, it would be worth getting the comic just to read the story.
Exactly,
The
yeah.
sketch on
Like
top of
if
it is
if you're
just
interested in the comic at all, like getting, and again, it only goes to back directly to the artist, helps him, to continue making these comics and everything, even besides the Kickstarters. But kind of in a Scotty vein, again, we didn't know what we were getting with the sketches. I got to see Dustin's first because he got his day before mine, but this is what I ended up getting
we'll take this
from
off for a second.
Derek. So
There we go.
super cool. A custom gird. This border was super awesome. This is a 6x8 piece, and it's mirrored, unfortunately, but it says, "Tyler, I hope you like this sketch" on the
Yeah,
bottom. So to get it personalized is like, I was like, this is like, that's so cool. Like, again, his girt design is so great. The smirky grin she has while holding her bloody axe behind her, and again, this border with the skulls and the thorns, like that's just too cool. Again, we didn't expect this at all. Again, we brought Derek on because we love his art. He's a part of I Hate Fairyland now, and we wanted to get more people, to look at his art. And like I told him, I was like, dude, I already bought a sketch. I didn't need to get any, like, you didn't have to do this for us.
No, no, absolutely not.
So we can't thank Derek enough. I mean, again, he gave us 2 hours of his own time.
Yeah,
Along with after that and showing us the art and doing the sketch live, and he's again already agreed to come back on. So
absolutely.
yeah, this was really cool, and you can't see it, but behind her in the packet is the prints that I had discussed. I think I showed them off during the show too. That were given out during the Kickstarter, so that was really cool to get a set of the prints again. Again, these prints are super cool. So I just realized, but we can probably include these in a giveaway for one of the months
Oh, yeah,
to be
sweet.
able to give those since I've got a set. So yeah, I think that's the only new stuff. I've got some comics coming in, but they haven't come in yet. So.
All right. It's funny that, Seth, as you were showing that, I got a message popped up on the screens like you guys have been holding out on me. So, so, so Seth knows. Seth now knows.
He knows. Yeah, we wanted
Yeah.
you to be just as surprised.
Yeah. And like Tyler said, it was completely unexpected and completely, not anything that I would even imagined happened, but it was cool. It was a cool surprise. Uh, the fact that we were going to purchase the book to give away that Ryan ended up winning, and during the
Yeah,
show he's like, no, I'm just going to send it, guys. And it's like, no,
yeah,
no, no. So I really wanted the books, his catalog, so I went and bought the mega pack right after our show was over with. And like I said, I was just wanting to get the books so I could start reading them. Now, and there I am big, and and whenever I got the package in and opened it up and saw the sketch, it was just, this isn't a quick sketch too,
yeah.
because he incorporates the screen tones or zipatone. You see
I know.
my,
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, the back.
yeah, this was my, yeah, so,
How does? Yeah,
what,
interesting. I guess
yeah,
because it's
you
just yeah,
break,
it's see through. Yeah,
yeah, anyway, oh, boom.
yeah. That is just it's so good.
So, yeah, and yeah, I love this sketch. He's like, I hope you
Can
like
you
it.
hold
I
it up
love
maybe a little bit? It's hard to see the screen, so I'm curious if it gets closer to the camera, if it'll
it. Yeah, if I
focus on
can,
the.
yeah, hold on.
It's hard to see. Well, you'll post a picture, I'm sure, in the group.
Yeah, you can
But
see it. Look at his
there it
horn.
goes. Yeah,
His
you can see
horn.
it a little bit. Yeah, there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
it
he's got
was. Yeah,
the screen tones or zipatones that he uses on this one.
I mean the hair was different from the horns, different from the shaft. I mean, this
Yeah,
was just such an amazing piece. Again, when he showed me, I was like we were saying, it's like not only did he give us a sketch, but he spent time on this. Again, I like that he did the border for Dustin in mind, like the Dustin got the bones, and again, the Dustin. Hope you like this sketch.
yeah.
Yeah, hoping yours was the harp. Yeah,
No, no. He knows that I have a
Gareth. Yeah,
special place in my heart for
yeah.
Helicorn. So,
No, that's
uh,
it's such a great piece. I love again that we both got something so unique and a character that we both love so much.
absolutely.
Um,
One other thing I'm gonna show real quick, and
hmm.
we'll get back to
Oh
Derek.
yeah, 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 yes. I
Yeah,
almost
this
forgot.
is
Yeah.
something I'd gotten a while back, but just haven't had a chance to share. I'll show this part first. This is the print,
Yes, I love that print.
and
Boba and the Rancor. Boom.
yep, the original art to it. So
Look
this
at
is one
that.
I wasn't fast enough to get it during a daily sketch drop that Skottie's shop went up. But like I said, sometimes you get second chances at pieces that you miss out on.
Yes.
I was thrilled to get a second chance at this one.
And you just can't pass up that second chance again. I did the same with Elf, and I'm so glad I did because it's you regretted it the first time, you'll regret it even more the second time. So
Yep. So love this piece.
no, that's such a great piece. I love the Rancor. It's probably hands down my favorite creature in the Star Wars franchise. Yeah, it's such a great piece. I had the print hanging up in front or behind my computer, but my Hello Kitty light took over that. So
But with that being said, I do want to thank Derek for sending
yes,
those one last time. And that's why friends, he is our good buddy Derek. So
yeah, or GBD.
whenever he comes on here and he says, please don't call me that anymore.
Like, hey
Please.
guys, you keep calling
Sound
me your good buddy.
yeah, well, yeah.
No, it's I mean, it was great, and I even got a separate email from his wife, just thanking me again as well for supporting them, and they'd split my packages into two, and they just wanted to let me know that gave me the tracking, which I love. Their tracking again, being in Canada, they use what's called Chit Chat. I think that's what it was called.
Yeah, I think that's
Um,
right. We'll go with that.
and but yeah, I mean, again, it's, I told him, again, he didn't have to do that, and yeah, it's greatly
That's all right.
appreciated. Our favorite Canadian, yeah.
Yeah.
I think we make some others in here mad if we say that, right?
Yeah. Careful, careful, careful.
um, but no, I mean, it's, yeah, these are special pieces. I mean, again, to be gifted something like that is totally unexpected. But yeah, it's definitely one of the favorite pieces of my collection now. I told Dustin I felt bad because he already had his frame, and I'm like, man, I got to get mine framed now. Get
No,
that up on the wall. Get my other original art up on the wall as well. But yeah, no, just super cool to get those. So
yep, not expected, but greatly appreciated. To sum it
yes,
up,
totally.
womp womp. No new releases. We've had quite a run here lately, so
Yeah.
uh, catch your breath, folks. It's coming up. All right, well, this came out. This was
Yes.
this
They
was
finally
popped up
dropped, yeah, this cover,
on
yeah.
Saturday, I think, is whenever Stupid
Yeah.
Fresh Mess put it up. So this is so great. Every time I think
I've been curious to see what this one was going to look like, because now that I follow the sorry, I'm trying to look at the Comic Geeks app, like Seth does.
yeah,
It now that I know when stuff is coming out, it's fun to see. It's like, oh, what's that going to look like, to kind of take a guess. But I wouldn't have guessed this, but this is hilarious.
yeah, it's good. He keeps surprising us every time. It's too late to order this one now. If you haven't ordered it, you'll have to wait until your comic shop gets it. But hopefully everybody saw it. It popped up this weekend and saw what the cover was. But there were so many people commenting, "I ordered this blind. I ordered this blind. I don't really care what it looks like because I knew it was going to be awesome," and they were not disappointed. So
That's awesome. Yeah. Super fun cover. Ugh.
yeah, yeah,
Man, speaking of great covers, this is just too good. I just don't know what to expect from I Hate Fairyland anymore, and I mean
no,
that in the best way possible, because the collabs and crossovers and things we're getting have just been so fun. Um, this new run, so
yeah. And whenever Scotty has hinted about this special guest uh, coming in for a while, and that Jay Fosgate was going to be the one that was going to be the guest artist on this for different runs, and I would have never guessed Popeye. Like that was not.
yeah.
But then once I saw it, I was like, oh man, Popeye's got rage issues, and so does Gert. So it's perfect. It's perfect. They can take them
Yeah,
out together.
just a hilarious, combo. Yeah, I cannot. Yeah, I can't wait for. Yeah, you got the spinach can up there above the
Yeah,
blocking the specific word.
yeah,
I just realized that's what it's doing. I was like, oh,
yeah.
I guess he just put a spinach can up there for reference. Now I see
Yeah.
why.
I started to draw a square, and then I thought, why draw a square? It's
You could
Popeye.
put
It is
you could put
spinach.
spinach.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, the jokes I can only imagine, but again, yeah, it's such a great cover. Again, I'm not as familiar with Jay's work, but that'll change as we get to see his comics coming out, as well as checking out his art and Instagram and everything. But this cover is just so cool. That I love the dynamic poses of both Popeye and Gerd and these tentacles that are around them. I mean, it's yeah, and honestly, the whole red cover with
Yeah.
the variant, it's
I
just there's
like that.
just something that it just pops so well with all that. It's just so cool, the colors that were applied. So yeah,
And
I cannot wait. This is gonna be a blast. So
well, Darren Scotty, one of their YouTube videos, or I can't remember, maybe it was Instagram, where I asked, because he had joked about, I didn't realize I had committed to a I Hate Fairyland 42 ratio variant, but after I figured out one was due, I had to like hurry up and like crank it
yes,
out. And this was the same thing. I think I'd asked the question, can we keep tricking him into doing them?
yeah,
And he's like, no, 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 I'm not doing 43, but he said I will do one on 45.
yes,
So we didn't know who the guest was at the time. Oh, somebody fell upstairs. We didn't know who the guest was at the time. So uh, now that we do, I can't wait. And someone, maybe Seth or someone, had sent us an image that showed it was like the 1 in 10 ratio variant will be Scotty on this one, I believe. And
yeah,
I can't wait to see what he puts out for this one, because and Jay had also said, like whenever he did his post, was that other than some of his own creator-owned project, this had been like the most fun he's had on a comic. Which you hear that, you constantly hear it. You hear Brett say that. You
yeah.
hear
It's a
Derek say
repetitive.
that.
Yeah, it's something
Yeah,
that's continuing to repeat. Which is, I mean, it's awesome to hear, because yeah, I mean, it only means that you're going to get the best work
Or that
because of
Skottie is paying them an extraordinary amount of money to say nice things about him. So
that.
one of those two things. So
I could believe it. I could believe it. Yeah.
I'm not saying anything anymore. Oh man, we're gonna have
He
to
says that and then he sends something right as we're.
yeah we're gonna have to stroke his nose or something. Calm him down a little bit.
Oh goodness.
So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this one as well. Oh, and then Scotty Shop, man, the CGC set sold out really quickly. Like
Wow, I did not. Yeah, I did not realize that. Yeah. Wow.
yeah, I pulled it up, and then granted, they usually do for non like ratio variants. They usually do like have a set rate of around 150 for the Scotty signed and CGC graded, and this was all 5 books signed by Scotty with at least a CGC 9.6 grade, and it was I believe the total price was 750, and it sold out really quickly because whenever I checked it and I saw it went live in the newsletter, it was available. When I went to do these slides late in the afternoon, it was sold out. So it's and I believe was it 65 or 85% of the regular copies. Stupid Fresh Mess had posted that on the Instagram that like I want to say 85% of the non CGC, just the regular signed connecting covers had sold. So
Well, I was gonna say we should have updated because everything is sold out now.
it's out.
Everything is gone. So
You had your chance.
that's the sign set as well as the CGC series. Were you able to get one? Did you go for this or
I didn't.
any of these?
I've ordered all 5. I've ordered like multiple copies of all 5, and
Hmm.
I don't know. I was contemplating doing the CGC, but with the original art sale coming up here, what we're going
Yeah.
to talk about here in a minute, I thought I better hold on since I'm going to have the copies already, and maybe next CGC send them all in to be graded. But
Normally I'll hold off this one because I've got all the normal ones ordered through the store, but for $75 I was like, man, that's the book just plus his signature. Like I was like, that's solid. It's and again, I love buying through their store. I love those certificates you get that are just
yeah,
super
really
fun.
nice. Did
Um,
you get the set? Did you say you got it?
I did, yeah. I just went
Okay,
with the
cool.
regular. I didn't get the CGC because yeah, that was a bit too. And again, I'm trying to be because again, space wise too, I just don't have any. I've not been able to display all the ones I have, but I was at least able to get the regular set because this is just such a great set. And again, I really hope we get a print or something out of this. And I was glad to hear that they've got their tickets for the IMAX showing this week as well.
They do,
So
yeah. With the comic crew from KC, so
yes, I got the
that'll be
whole
really
row,
fun.
which I mean that's got to be super fun to be able to get your comic friends together and just go catch a movie. So
Yep, that would be a
something like
lot of
this
fun.
especially, but yeah, these are sold out now, unfortunately. So
Yep, next slide.
if you wanted it, hopefully you got it. So
If you haven't bought it from there, I suggest buying them from comic shops because
yes, yeah,
this is good. I have a feeling this will be like one of those iconic sets that
it's again, yeah, the connecting covers are always my personal favorite. And this one is one of his best, I think. So.
yes, agree. And then
Hmm.
also the volume 8 went up of I Hate Fairyland, and you get the Happy book plate. I figured you were going to order this because I know you've tried to collect all the book plates. So
Yes. Yep. Yeah. This one I grabbed along with the set. Yeah. I love getting the book plates. I love going through the shop and getting these, if I can. And again, yeah, I Fairyland is one of my favorite series of his. So yeah, I grabbed this one along with the Fantastic Four set. So yeah, again, I've got to figure out a way to properly display. I'm thinking like a really long frame, maybe with the book plates, or maybe kind of those
yeah,
individual. Maybe break it up a little bit more, and you kind of have like a collage kind of a deal. But just something to show off the book plates, because again, it's kind of like the unoriginal art. I think it's a really great way to give a piece of that art to somebody without paying art prices. So.
absolutely. All right, and also the
Mm,
breaking news from the newsletter today is that the next collection of Scotty Young CGC signature series will drop next Wednesday at 10 a.m. Central Time, I believe.
yes, 10 a.m. Yeah, so 11 for me. I've got that in the calendar because yes, I'm desperately going after that right-handed signature. I want that so
Oh, okay.
badly.
I
That was
wondered which one he was going after.
yeah, the right-handed one was mine. I know Seth has his own. I won't say it, but
Yeah,
I'd love to go for the Itsy Bitsy Spider,
I thought that's one you'd
one
go
as well.
after.
I
That's
love that one. I do. again, I have the ratio, but I don't have it graded. So it'd be tempting, but I'm probably most likely just gonna go for that right-handed signature because I'm gonna have to be quick. I'm sure I'm gonna have
Yes.
to like just put in the card and insta buy, just kind of no thinking. But yeah,
Yeah.
fingers crossed. Again, there's just something about the fact that again he's left-handed and he did it right-handed is just super funny. So
Yeah, I love it when people look at it. If it didn't say from the personal collection of Scotty Young, they'd be like, "Oh, that's forgery. That's not Scotty's
yeah,
signature." So,
no,
but yeah,
exactly,
it's
yeah.
unique.
So
It's definitely unique. It's definitely unique. All right, let's not forget Terrificon is coming up here in roughly 3 weeks. So, hopefully, we can have Jerry. I think Jerry's going, or someone else that may go if Jerry doesn't want to come on. Uh, to come join us on the show to discuss how it was and how much fun they had and how great meeting Scotty and Megan and
yes,
Skiff
they're
and the whole crew
all
there.
they're all refreshed and revitalized from their separate trips. I like that they, again, if you're not reading the Substack, they, a lot of this stuff dropped in the Substack
Yes,
today, and yeah, go check it out. It's always a good read. But yeah, thankfully they all got some much needed R and I'm sure that makes the con that much better when it's like, okay, you've gotten that recovery time in at least a little bit. So
absolutely. If you're not following the Substack, you're not signed up for the newsletter. There are a lot of the artists that we're talking about that we have on here, including Scotty, Derek. I think
yep,
Jamie's. I mean,
Amy's
I've
on there, Brett
yeah,
Bean.
Brett Bean.
Yeah, it's
I
it's
mean, it's
becoming the new spot to be. And again, it's just so easy. I love it. You get the email notifications, the app notifications, and I just again I love that like interaction. It's again one of the reasons why we're here is I feel like because of Substack because I just decided to interact and be a part of that community. So
absolutely. You know what? I just realized we're competing against San Diego Comic Con preview night right now. Like the doors
hmm.
just opened, so uh, it's like
That's a tough, yeah.
my phone's blowing up. There's like whatnot shows going off. There's emails
Mm.
from companies dropping exclusives right now because it just started, and I was like, man, we got a tough crowd to, but we have our loyal people that stay on here and hang out with us, even when they probably have better things to do. So we appreciate
Yes,
that.
we thank you. Yeah.
So next week, our yeah, that's right. Next week. Okay. Next week, our friend, I won't say good buddy yet because I don't want to scare him off since he hasn't been on here, but our friend Jamie Jones will be appearing on the show. He is taking several commissions. And if you saw the ones that he previewed, the crypto and the Bizarro that they showed
Yes.
the pencils, the outline for, incredible. Everybody's going to be very thrilled with what they get, I'm sure. Really looking forward to talking to Jamie, not just about the commissions that he's doing, but also just about his career in general and all the projects that he's got going on right now. Very, very
No.
interesting guy.
Yeah. No. And one of the things I like too that he commented, he said is this is the stuff that I'm going to start getting commission wise. I'm like, I can't wait,
Yeah, I'm
to
all
get.
for it.
And again, and
Yeah,
that's what's so cool is when they're just as excited about the commissions and again, it seemed and there's a good range, kind of like we talked about previously, and I'm sure this number is even increased from what it was. I know I still need to get mine in.
yeah,
Um, I've been procrastinating, but yeah, I mean, it's again just meeting him at Heroes was a highlight, and got such great pieces from him, and yeah, his commissions are super cool. So yeah, I cannot wait to see what everyone ends up getting. So
absolutely. I'm for real. I'm excited. Uh, there's someone's getting a helicorn. I'm not gonna say who, but
yeah, it's
so
tough to say.
yeah. And this is just some
Yes.
of the examples that we have there of
Yep.
Jamie's work. So really looking forward to seeing all the ones that he produces for this op. Also, our good buddy Derek Laughlin will be returning to the show on August 14th, showcasing art for issue 43, which is coming out that same week. And he also said he's going to be giving us a sneak peek on the details for the art available during his August 15th art drop,
Yes.
which is highlighted here. And really looking forward to seeing that. There's going to be a total of 20 pages. The
Yep.
first 10 pages from I Hate Fairyland 41, plus the 10 pages from his short from the Untold Tales of Fairyland will all be there. Judge
Judge
Gertie.
Gertie. Yep.
So really, and he's going to have those pages available for us to look at, and then and he said he'll give us some pricing guidelines too
Yeah.
on them as well. So We can
Yeah, so
all plan on which
definitely.
pages we want.
I was gonna say, yeah, definitely be on for that if you're interested in these pages at all. I know I am. I can't wait to to hopefully I've prepped enough and I'm prepared. But
Yes.
yeah, I mean there's some great pages. If you haven't flip back through issue 41, flip back through the Untold Tale. I know I've got my page or two that are my most wanted that hopefully I'll be able to get one
Mhm.
from. But yeah, some good stuff. I'm sure. Again, from everything he's shown, and even just that image there, that double page spread it's just awesome. So
Yeah, and we're hoping to get to see Derek on this episode because I had several people messaging me saying that wasn't the real Derek Loftman. That was
yeah,
that was a
Oni
that
exactly.
was a
Yeah.
phony. But no, we're looking forward to Jamie. We're looking forward to Derek, and we're also looking forward to in October Jay
Yes.
Foskett coming on.
Yes.
I asked him the book drops on that same date, October 15th, issue 45, and then he said he's going to check it. He's pretty sure he's available. He's going to check his time just to make sure. But if not, we'll get somewhere a little bit after that because really want to get his take on being able to look at issue 45 with Popeye and discuss not just Popeye, but discuss his career and the character of Popeye, which is one of his favorite characters. So
Yeah. No, I mean, again, it's crazy to think, that we've had Brett Bean on, Derek Loffman, I mean, just the people we've been able to get on the show are above and beyond, what I'd ever kind of hope for. Again,
yeah,
we started this, just for fun with the two of us and for our love of Skottie's art. Obviously,
yep.
we love a whole bunch of other people's art. Dustin in particular, like sister and somebody, and
No names mentioned.
well, yeah,
Yeah.
no
Well, I
names.
mean, when you consider the talent level of the show and the artist level that we're
Yeah.
getting, it just I hope they don't figure it out
Yeah,
because
to agree to come on the show, when we
yeah,
maybe have 10 people max, like,
yeah.
is the trade-off worth it? I don't.
But I will
Hopefully it
say,
is.
Derek did give us a bump. We hit 100 views on Derek's
Mm,
show. So
there we go.
artists bring it and Brett's back before
Yeah.
we had kind of established ourselves. He had one of the highest rated shows too.
Is
So
Megan's, I'm assuming, is still the highest,
yeah,
I
Megan, you
think.
can't beat Megan.
Yeah. I just, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think even if Skottie graced us with his appearance on here, it would still probably be dwarfed by Megan's numbers.
Oh,
So,
100%. Yeah.
but you said Brett. I didn't do a slide for Brett yet, but I have invited Brett to come back whenever Dork
Mm,
drops. There's not a release
yes.
date for There's not a release date for Dork
Yes.
yet. So as soon as we get a release date for Dork issue 1, which is Brett's new creator-owned comic by Image, we're gonna set up something with him because I want to have him back on as well.
No, 100%. No, you're absolutely right,
That's all right.
Keith.
Yep.
And or we appreciate it. I mean, you're right about the nerds nerding out over nerd stuff, and yeah, I
Absolutely.
mean, it's just being able to have the people on the art we admire, and to have their personalities be just as awesome as their art, which is always a nice bonus.
Such a pleasant surprise too, because I get so nervous
Yes,
every time we have someone
I
new
know.
on,
Yeah,
and like two
have
minutes in, it's like, all right, they're
you're
just
like,
like us.
okay, yeah,
Yeah,
you're like,
yeah,
I think I'm gonna leave, and then they just pop out, and you're like, oh, okay.
yeah. That was fun.
But no, I mean it's just so great to have the artist on, and again, hopefully it gives them as much extra boost or bonus as we can
Yeah,
give from our channel. Just getting eyes on their page, getting purchases from their shop, getting commissions from them. Anything to help out the people who bring us joy is just a bonus in our book. So yeah, I mean
I
it's so
agree.
crazy to see the list of people we have coming up, let alone the people we've had on the show. So it's yeah, a lot to look forward to.
And the other thing I don't want to get lost in this is we're also going to continue having Scotty fans on the show because
Yes.
I mean it's fun having the artist on here to discuss their careers, but I also enjoy having people on that we've had on that's just been a blast to talk
Yeah.
with about their collections. Maureen and Scott, Seth, some of the, all the other ones that we've had on so far. Yeah, Scaff has popped
And
on
yeah, I
there.
mean,
Yeah, so
again, I mean, just to see the different collections,
yeah.
whether they're big or small, how long people have been collecting, what got you into it, the art they have, it's super fun. So
Well, Keith, one day we'll have to get you on here. I know Shane's work schedule has not allowed him to come on with us, but one day we'll get Shane on, get Keith on,
yes,
and we'll bring our buddy Seth back. We
uh, third
we
time's the
kid
charm.
we kid because we love. Has it been?
Exactly.
He's been on 4 times now, I think, or is it 3 times? How many times has he been
Maybe
on?
he has been on 3, and yeah, I guess it'd be
I
fourth
can't
time's the
remember.
charm.
Yeah, I guess MegaCon, and then he came after Heroes, and then he was in the hotel episode, which
Yeah,
sounds really bad out of context, but hopefully,
yeah.
hopefully people
Watch that at
watch.
your own risk.
Yeah.
That's
After,
hosted on a different website.
after dark, we could talk about like a few seconds ago. Whenever you were talking about they split your package in two, I was like, that sounds extremely painful, but I held back on the comment. But now that we've so anyway,
Oh
uh,
god,
man, we went off
we've
the
reached
rails
the end of the
quickly.
show. Yeah,
Yep. That's it, folks.
literally the
So,
end.
my Popeye laugh one more time. All right, come join us next week for Jamie. This was fun for me and Tyler, which is the whole point of the show is for me and Tyler to have fun and hang out. You never get invited again.
You're
No,
not wrong. No, I'm kidding.
yeah, yeah. Well said. We couldn't have said it better. No, 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 no. We'll never forget the little people because we'll always be little people. So we're right there with you. Uh, I like what Keith says. Hugs
Yeah.
and hi, folks. Cheers. Yeah, thanks everybody for tuning in tonight. Join us next week for Jamie. Show him support for here, even if you don't want to hear me and Tyler talk for an hour, 2 hours. Listen to Jamie. He's such an interesting dude. Glad Tyler introduced me to him at Heroes. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. And he's got all kinds of things that I don't even know about that he'll be able to tell us about, so we can get to know him a little better.
Yes, we can dig into Spacao and everything they're doing. I'm blanking on the
The
I think
pulp.
it's Pulp Comic. Yeah, Pulp.
Yeah.
Who's their publisher and stuff that he's getting together with friends. So yeah, I mean, lots of cool stuff to talk about there. The commissions, all that stuff. Again, it's just fun to get that different perspective for each individual artist. I don't know if you wanted to mention it because it'll be Wednesday, but there might potentially be
Yeah,
a
yeah. They're
reschedule depending. So
right now we got it scheduled for our normal July 30th Wednesday show. There's some work things that came up that I'm hoping we can keep it at that time, but we'll make sure and announce it, prior 3 or 4 days prior to that time, just so everybody can prepare to
yes, I
block
also
time
just
out.
realized that'll be the giveaway show as well. So we can figure out
Uh,
what we're giving away that episode. So
that's true. That's true.
yeah, but yes, thank you for
Okay.
joining us. Oh,
Or I think Tyler said he's going to give away his new Derek sketch.
I'll cross out my name and put whoever the
No,
winner's name is underneath it.
I have a feeling you'd have to he'd have it clutched in his hands and white knuckles and just like you'd have to rip it from his deceased
You'd have to
body. So
catch me first. Yeah, like you turn around and I'd just be gone. Like, where did Tyler go? And it's like I'm
well,
already halfway across town. So
well, yeah. Look at the
Jerry
lost child
Gus,
has
yeah.
reappeared here after the wayward son.
Yeah, they hear
I had,
giveaway and it's
yeah.
it's like it makes their ears
Here, boy, a chum in the water. We got. So,
show in the water. Exactly. Yeah.
hey, Jerry, glad to have you on.
Yes.
All right,
But
I think that's all I got. You can close this up for the
yes.
night. Y'all have a
Nope.
great rest of the week.
Yes.
Enjoy San
Appreciate
Diego
it.
Comic Con.
Yes, enjoy it. Yeah, please share anybody who's going. I know Brett's there, a few other people, Skeff and other stuff. Yeah, if you're there, share anything interesting and fun with the group. But yes, as always, stay fresh, live messy, and we will catch you guys next week. And I just realized I need to end the stream, so
Peace.
see you. I don't know. Oh, there it is.